right, let's do it again. Welcome to the Blood Prison Shakedown. Welcome back, and this time we have some people from the building that we call home. Blood Prison does their haunted attraction, our haunted attraction, in the magnificent historical Ohio State Reformatory. And today on the Shakedown, I've got the Executive Director, Paul Smith, and the Associate Director, Dan Smith.
You got it.
No relation.
No relation.
No, come on. You guys are like, I thought, holy shit.
Yeah, all right. this is how we're going to start? Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Great.
So, all right. Yeah. What's the irony is amazing that you guys are both named Smith. You're both the top
Careful.
two. And,
Careful.
And you're both, well, you kind of look alike. So,
Okay,
He
well,
has hair. I don't.
yeah, well, that's true. That's true. We'll get into the hair and looks later.
Great.
But, so here at the Ohio State Reformatory, are you both from Mansfield, right?
Yep.
Both graduated from senior high?
we did.
Right. Represent.
TY Tigers, let's go.
And I'm also going to throw out, you guys both went to Ohio State. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
We did.
No relation.
Seems like a family affair.
Well, you know, these things happen.
Okay, so we'll go out there and say that, yes, they are Smiths, but no, they are not related. Yes, they are both white, but not related. Smiths, not related. Okay, we have established that. So, all right, let me ask Paul first, because you've been around a little bit longer. When did you get in with the Reformatory? How did that happen?
Completely accidental.
Yes.
Started a car show back in the late 90s. In 2004, I was asked to join the board. And then in 2012, 8 years later, I was asked to take over as executive director.
So how does one get asked to join the board?
I don't know. I mean, I had a couple historic homes that I had restored. I did a vintage car show.
Okay.
Dan Seckel, who's lifetime board member, main person that basically was responsible for saving the building. He and I had talked, a bit, and he came to me and asked me if I wanted to join the board. And, I was kind of surprised. I didn't know what I had to bring to the table, but I was glad to be a part of this because
For sure.
I love the building. It's a historical gem. So there's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, everything was up my alley at this place. I love this place. So
Well,
yeah.
we all love the building for sure.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a piece of architecture here in Richland County that is like you don't see anywhere else. I mean, until you get to some of the bigger, older cities. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even not just Ohio, but everywhere. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe in Eastern Europe, you might see stuff like this.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But like in the United States, especially, just like these kind of buildings are they're falling by the wayside. There's not as many, especially as big as this one.
yep.
You know?
Well, this one almost went. So it was close.
You know, I wish we still had, and I know I've said this to you before, I wish we still had those towers on top, the pointed steeples on top.
Yeah, the original ones.
Yeah, those just really set the building off, especially at Halloween, man. We could do
yeah.
some really cool shit on there.
Yep, right.
That would be so awesome. Not that it isn't amazing, because it is, and we love it. So, Dan, when did you start here?
I started in the fall of 2015, right before Halloween.
Yes.
I did.
Yeah.
Little before you.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
right, that's right when I started, so.
Well, now I tell everybody, and I'm very truthful about these things.
Thank God.
I tell, but people ask me, they go, "What's the favorite favorite thing the Reformatory loves doing?" As far as I'm like, it's Blood Prison. I mean, that's their
Yeah, all right.
that's their number. Well, what about the historical tours? You know what? That stuff is just like whatever. When Halloween rolls around, you see a new Dan and Paul Smith.
Yeah.
That are just like you've never seen.
That is very true. It is a different version.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nighttime Paul and Dan. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So what did you guys do before you got here? Like, Paul, what was your regular job or
Worked at the city of Mansfield, police records supervisor in the police department. Was there for 17 years, and then in 2008 with the downturn, had to find something else to do. So opened up a little bar, and 4 months into that being open, I got offered the job here. So I did both.
and you're still doing both?
Yeah.
We love Paul's Bar. It's called the Happy Grape, by the way. It's in Lexington. It's an amazing place. It's got very good wine, spirits.
Ooh, I get a plug.
Yeah,
Huh?
there you
There
go.
you go.
Shout out to the
Throw
Happy
logo
Grape.
up. Let's go.
There's a particular bar wench you have down. I mean, bartender you have down
God.
there. I was in last Saturday, and Autumn was in there.
Okay.
She's on the restoration crew as well.
She is.
Yeah.
And every time I'm in there and she's there, I call her bar wench.
Okay.
She doesn't like it.
Yeah. You've known her for a long time, so I'm sure she gives it right back towards you.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely. So Dan, what did you do then? Right before you came here, where were you at? What were you
Sure.
doing?
Yeah, I graduated from OSU in 2012, doing kind of odds and ends of jobs and looking for kind of a marketing, social media role. And I worked at Kingwood Center before here, which is a local botanical garden, which some people have that come for tours and things like that.
Sure.
Go check it out. So I was there before, and made the transition over here. Started Halloween, and right into it. All things reformatory.
You're not looking back. So what? You're on year 8 now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Paul, what are you on? You're
Shut up.
18? I mean, what are we looking at here?
Yeah. Well, I mean, with 19, yeah. And then with the car show, probably about 22.
I have been trying to find it ever since I told you. You probably forgot, but I told Paul this one time. I'm looking through my old, after 7 years, you can get rid of your records or all that stuff. And I'm looking through some stuff, and I found a check.
Oh, yeah.
I found a check written out to me, and it was signed by Paul Smith.
Okay.
And it was from the Reformatory, the MRPS.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? Well, I did some voiceover work, and we did some video stuff.
Yeah.
For your
Kiosks.
the kiosks,
Yeah, the
for
interactive
the
kiosks.
Yeah. And I was I thought it was funny that your name was written on that. And I told you, I didn't do that.
I think
like,
it was
bullshit.
Funny. I think it was funny too because I don't think I was able to sign checks back then.
That's why when you said that, I'm like, I gotta
Were you
find
able
this
to cash
check.
it?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just checking.
absolutely.
I think you were on the audio wands that we have on our
I think I'm
program.
still on them. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, we
may have
gotta
been
fix
taken
that.
off. Well,
No, because I redid some of them.
Oh, you're still on it then.
Yeah, so they had me, and I think it was a bunch of people.
There's a lot
and
of
we
different
came
voices.
in here and we
Yeah.
did a bunch of different voiceovers. I'm on a lot of the paranormal stuff, but that was a fun job. That was fun. That was actually the first time I got to come over here, and the people that was doing the video, they were like, well, let's go check it out. And we go to check it out, and I was like, where can we go? Go wherever you want. I'm like, fuck yes. So I just climbed this whole building. Of course, I was a lot younger then. I mean, we were everywhere. And thinking about it, that's when they still had the thing out front, that big
The A building.
Yes, yeah. I couldn't remember what it was called, but
Yeah.
it's better without it, I think. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
way better. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it's been a minute since that's happened. I mean, you're going back what?
The kiosk, I think we did that in
That had-
07.
Yeah, that had to be 7 or 8.
It was 7 or 8
Okay.
when we did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how long. So there's a lot of history here, and I think anybody that lives around here kind of connects themselves one way or the other, being from Mansfield to, the Reform. Where Mansfield? Yeah, the prison, Shawshank Prison. Yeah, okay, that's what people identify Mansfield as by this.
So people
building.
in Mansfield are connected to the prison, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I know I am.
One way or another.
Yeah, I've got prison love, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, God.
I love this place. What are you talking about?
You're going to have a lot of phone calls.
So, Paul, let's talk about the Happy Grape. What is that exactly? I mean, it's a bar in Lexington. Now, how did you get started with that? What made you want to do all that?
Just the downturn, trying to find a job, not move the kids out of the district, all that stuff. So wanted to do something local. I'd been in the service industry my whole life. I loved bartending, so, naturally I went, I'll open a bar. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, but
It was fun?
it was fun.
Yeah.
I was I was 43 then,
Wow.
So now it's like, yeah, okay. But I still have a lot of fun with my friends, a lot of the locals, a lot of people I've met, over the years. It's been a really good time. We built it from the ground up. There was nothing inside of that building. I love the construction part of that and kind of, seeing your vision through, which
Right.
I've been able to carry on here. I got to do that at both places. I mean, this place still blows me away. Every day there's a new opportunity here. There's something else
Yeah.
happening. We did this during COVID, you and me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this was it was our way to reach out to people while everything was closed down. So this was an accidentally awesome happening.
Yeah.
I know you've had fun with it, and
I love it.
And I try and stay away from it. So today you're lucky.
Well, hey, we had to. A lot of people have asked me, it's like, about the building and, what do we do? Like some people will go, this is Vic. He runs the Mansfield prison. No. I do not run the Mansfield prison. I run the Halloween event, but I do not run the prison. So, what's the difference? I'm like, we got to get you guys on here so we can talk more about the reformatory because, Blood Prison, we do a lot. We're here all year long and, preparing for that event. But there's so much more to the prison than even just Halloween.
Yeah.
As far as events, I mean, we got Blood Prison, incarceration, Shawshank Hustle, Parapsychon. Yep, that's relatively new, and of course historical tours and the
bus tours.
The bus tours, that's right. Got a new Shawshank bus, and now let's talk about that a little bit because that is something that is really unique. And how long you been doing that? About a year?
Last year was our first year. We bought a small tour bus and tried it out. And it did really, really well. And then we had an opportunity to buy a larger tour bus, handicap accessible, and we just made our building ADA accessible on the tour route for ghost hunts and all that with our elevators. Right. That was about a 3-year project. That started, there about halfway through COVID.
Yeah.
So we just finished that up this year. So, we're really trying to, widen the venue for everybody to be able to come here and enjoy it. So,
well, I think it's working because it seems like every year, and it's weird. It seems like every year it just like I roll in on a particular Saturday here and there, and it's just like, holy shit!
Yeah,
how is there so much people here?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just nuts. It seems like it just keeps growing.
Yeah, it does seem like that every day.
Yeah. And the tour thing is really cool because you come here, or is it start here at the prison?
Yeah, it starts here at the prison, and then we have the 4-hour tour. They go to 12 of the Shawshank sites, get out, take pictures, visit them. Then they come back and they take the tour here. They are looking at expanding to the 8-hour tour, which includes Upper Sandusky, the wood shop, the courthouse, and all that. And then you stop at a Mexican restaurant up there. No offense.
Nice. Oh, no offense. No, none taken.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they'll have the Zaywatneo, special.
Absolutely, yeah. Dude, you know what? There's 9 million Mexican restaurants now. There's 2 in Upper Sandusky. Well, 1 in Upper, and then 1 right outside. Now there's a new in Bucyrus, Crestline, Galleon.
Well, I think we got like 8 here.
And there's there's a ton here. Yeah. So there you go. You could Zaywatneo the hell out of that.
Right.
You can.
They go by, I think is it E&B Market? They go by the little marketplace.
They do, just
where
down the
they
road
worked,
from
and
us.
you go in and they actually have kind of a setup with the old style, candy cigarettes and the food and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun, and they have a little restaurant in there and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
They do some neat stuff with it. But it's we have a tour guide that rides along and the person that drives. We play the movie on a TV in the bus. So if you want, if they want to immerse themselves in the whole experience, they can.
Yeah.
We're working on some Airbnbs right now.
Yes.
A couple of those are Shawshank themed, so you could drop yourself in for the whole weekend and just go full on Shawshank.
We're building doors. We're building the solitary doors.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, for that. So that'll be an actual bedroom door, yeah?
Yeah, we have the bedroom door, and I had to talk to you about the bathroom door.
Oh, perfect, yeah.
But they look just like the bedroom door.
There you go.
But we have Andy's cell and which is Andy's cell is the one bedroom, and the warden's office is the other bedroom.
Yeah. So
they're pretty slick.
Absolutely. Shawshank is pretty much king around here for most parts, I would say, yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, I mean, I still drive into this place 20-some years later, just amazed to be here.
Well, Shawshank is the main movie, but I mean, since you've been here, Dan, we've done quite a few movies. I mean, not just indie movies, but some bigger movies like they're on the wall here, Judas and the Black Messiah. That was an Oscar-winning movie.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. And before that, we did Escape Plan: The Extractors with Stallone
and
Dave
Batista. Yeah.
And you were here for all that. So
I was.
You got to be a part of all that with us. And
yeah.
That's cool. So, yeah, it's really taken off just with TV shows and movies and YouTube people and music videos and all of it. I mean, it's really, and you know that, really since probably in the last 5 to 6 years, it's really taken off for people that want to come out here. I mean, we get requests all the time for those things.
Yeah. So how does a movie like Judas and the Black Messiah, you said that's a Warner Brothers picture. It won, what did it win, a Best Supporting Actor?
Yeah, I think it won, I'd have to go back and look, but I think it won 3 or 4 awards.
So how does that movie get here? I mean, we kind of know the Shawshank thing. The building was going to get torn down after that. How did that movie come here, just for instance?
Yeah, so that as well as Escape Plan, we're really good friends with the Greater Cleveland Film Commission, so they've been here before. They have a lot of the photos and things like that, so they usually read the script ahead of time, have a very good idea if that would work here. Obviously, there's not a lot of other prisons that look like this in Ohio to shoot in, so they usually just then send a scout and will talk to us and see if it's a possibility. So really starts with them, and then they usually funnel it down, so we're good friends with them, and they try to send as many pictures down as they can, so we definitely appreciate it if we can make it happen with our schedule.
I think we're due, man. We need a new picture.
We are.
Not in the fall, but
No,
Yeah,
because
October.
because that is, for anybody that doesn't know, these usually almost always fall before Halloween, during Halloween, or after Halloween. Judas happened, I think, pretty much right after, and then Escape Plan was actually right before. So you've had to move those.
Well, no, we moved into Halloween on Escape Plan.
Yeah, 'cause
You
we
did.
Took out,
Yeah.
Did we take out 1 or 2 of your weeks?
We had, well, you took one, and there was another one taken for another reason, but we won't get into that.
I think Judas, though, I think that was pretty easy for you, wasn't it? That was after.
Yeah.
I think that was closer, actually, like November. Almost.
It was.
And it was only a couple days where Escape Plan was like the entirety of the movie was here. So that was much harder to do.
They actually, because we had to get everything tore down in time for Judas to start. And then when that started, I remember coming back. Well, with the movies, there's a couple things. 2 things that stick out in my mind that I'll never forget. One is the guy that jumped off the tier.
Oh yeah,
That was nuts.
that was crazy.
I still have the videos of it on my phone.
That is. Oh, I wish I would have. I wish I would have had that. I would have shown that. Maybe we can get a video of that.
And then you can overlay it. And
Yeah,
show
we'll
I have
see
it.
if we can get a video.
Send it.
Yeah,
It's
send it to
insane. I still show people every couple of years for it because
man.
there's no wires, there's no anything. There's mats, of course, but he just jumps off
her. Yeah.
to do it.
Pile of boxes and some mats.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. And all
was
those
nuts.
guys do all those movies. So we're friends with some of them on Facebook, and they're on all the movies Fast and Furious and John Wick and all these. I mean, they're basically the go-to guys for all these kind of movies at these points.
Well, that was the one thing that is just like taboo. You'll never see someone. You don't want to see anybody fall off a tier from. Now the East you can't, but in the West.
Yeah.
So when they were doing that, it's just like, holy shit, that is not happening.
And he's fallen for a good chunk of time. I
Yeah.
mean, he's in the air for a good 6 or 7 seconds as he drops.
And when he hits it, it's like boom. You're just like, oh shit.
Yeah. Did he do that 2 or 3 times?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. He went up and did it a couple
All the
more
guys
times.
ran over. You okay? You okay? Yeah, I'm good.
I have it actually when they filmed the movie. It's in slow-mo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have it when they actually were shooting the movie for
Dude,
it.
that's just, it takes you just like, oh man. The other thing was when Judas was here, because I know it was November and it was already cold. Mm-hmm. And you know how cold the cell blocks get.
Yeah.
I walked back there one time, just nosing around.
Sure.
And I walked back there and I get into the bullpen and I was like, what the hell? It's warm. Why is it warm in here? They had this tank outside the bullpen. I swear it was this tall.
Easily.
And it looked like a propane tank like you would see, but way bigger.
Yeah.
And then they had this giant line that just came into the cell block, and it was just like boom, and it just like blew heat, and I was just like, it heated that whole cell block in the bullpen.
Yeah.
And I was like, that. I just remember that because it's just frigid back there. As soon as the weather turns, you guys know, it just gets nuts.
It was. They brought in stadium lights for West Cell Block back there to make it look like it was 3 p.m. the whole day.
Yeah,
So, I mean, they did some crazy stuff on that to pull it
That
off.
was like a big, studio picture.
Yeah, it's the biggest one that I've ever worked on here.
Yeah.
Judas, absolutely.
It was cool, man. It was, and then some local Mansfield friends of ours got in on the action and got to be extras.
They did.
Yeah,
absolutely.
weren't you an extra? Or was that?
I was supposed to be
He was
an
supposed
escape
to be
plan.
escape plan.
And those, I was up like 24/7 all the time because the art department was here during the day, but we shot
Yeah.
at night. So I tried to mix coffee and Mountain Dew one night to stay awake. And I don't drink or do anything, so it's just whatever. So
And that's how Monster was born.
yeah, so I tried. It didn't work, and my stomach basically was just,
Yeah.
you're done. You're done. So I went home, and that was the night they called me at like midnight and was like, hey, you need to get to set to
Yeah.
be an extra. But it was cool. I got to still see and hang
Yeah,
out with all
yeah.
those guys. And to be totally honest, I think that's the fun part is connecting with them because these people live this and breathe this. I mean, that's their job all year. So I had more fun with that anyway. It'd been cool, but
It would have been.
there'll be another one.
Yeah. Well, it was funny when I finally watched Escape Plan.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, well, it's cool because it was shot at the prison. They shot other places around Mansfield as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, cool, we'll see. But like when I started watching, I'm like, holy shit, they really used Mansfield for this movie.
Arlen Field and all
Arlen
downtown.
Field, the big silos that say "Welcome to Mansfield."
They were like saying Mansfield. They're like, we're in Mansfield.
yeah,
You know?
Sherry.
Yeah.
I had no
Yep.
idea she was in it that
Yeah.
much, and I was just like, "Holy shit, there's Sherry." She's just like being a cop.
Yep. Sherry and Rich. That
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah, and Rich.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it was kind of it was, they pretty much used the whole town for it. So that was really fun. We're Judas, that's fun, but we're just
Yeah.
a very small section of most movies. So to have something
Right.
like Escape Plan that's a fun moment to live in for sure.
So I got a funny-ish escape plan story. The only time it was funny that I met Stallone was right outside my
I
office,
remember
right
you
outside
telling
here.
me this. Yeah.
And he wasn't supposed to be here. And this is just how funny it was because it's like, oh, Stallone's here, so let's break all the rules, But it's like, I was gonna start smoking cigars out there, but it was like, I just walked out. It's just chance coincidence. I walk out, and I hear him talking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my top 3 movies is one of them's Rocky.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's a
I'm just
classic.
like, absolutely. And I was just like, that's Stallone's out there. I'm trying not to fan out. Now, that's before we had that room across the hall.
Yeah.
So when I heard him, I just beelined straight across, and he walked through, and he was just like, how you doing? Just like that, I swear.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, how's it going? He was like, this is a big bitch. or something along those lines. He's like, this place is huge, or something like that. And I'm just sitting there like, holy shit. And I was like, oh, that's I met Stallone.
Yours is almost the same as mine.
Yeah.
So I told you the one where I'm sitting with Tim Smith in the hallway.
Yes, yeah.
And we're on the benches out there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Stallone comes walking by. He does things. How you doing?
How
I'm
you
like,
doing?
I was like, good. And he walked by, and after he goes around the corner, man, I'm looking at Tim Smith. I said, Jesus, dude. I said, I almost stood up and went, you sound just like Sylvester or Rocky, man. What's up? It was like one of those things that crosses your mind that split second. You go, nope.
Well, and they were here for so long with all the trailers out front that people would drive by.
Oh my gosh.
And people would scream, "Yo,
Yes,
Adrian,
people-
Rocky!" And he's nowhere to be found, but they're just
Yeah.
driving by to hope to get a glimpse of seeing
Yeah.
him or Batiste or somebody. So it was a fun time for sure.
That was good because, and then I remember they had their craft service out back.
That's my favorite part of the whole movie.
And it was like, I'm like, this is really good craft service, And
Yeah,
then,
because they were out of Chicago.
yeah, they're like, come on, you can eat. We're like, really? We're like, yeah, okay. So like, some of my crew went out there. Well, then they're just like, these
Yeah,
guys.
that
They're
lasted for about, I think, 24 hours.
Yeah,
like
get
one day.
Yeah.
I had Country and Tony and all those guys are out there just like, give me some eggs. They're just eating. I'm like, eat up,
steak with
boys.
that.
Yeah.
I think we got a little bit spoiled, honestly, from having Escape Plan because it was about the best food humanly
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
And, they would do breakfast and a whole lunch and everything. And it was themed and it was different every day. I mean, it was
Yeah.
insane.
It was cool.
So we always said that's going to be pretty impossible to beat unless they bring those people back.
Yeah.
So
I wish
sad
I
when
knew
they
their
left.
names so we could give a shout out to them because it was
I don't remember.
incredible. I'm sure I've got some of the papers upstairs that have them, but it was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
That was some of the best food I've ever had.
Yeah, every single night. If I worked on movies, that would be the reason. The food alone was unbelievable. Doesn't even matter what you're doing in the movie, just so you can eat.
Yeah, it was cool.
I mean,
And-
they had steak, they had chicken, they had everything.
Yeah.
well, it was funny because we got here because they were on nights, and we're here at that point. We're here most of the day and into the evening because we were building in the east or the west. It was one of the cell
One of them,
blocks we
yeah.
were allowed to build in while they were shooting in the other one.
Yeah, I think you were building east.
Yeah, and they're all sitting there and they're like, because it got to the point where they were like, "Well, Vic, you can eat."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, thanks, but I'm like, I'm not gonna tell my crew they can't go out there if I, it's like, nah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
So you were like, Paul, give me that.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
like, Paul,
yeah.
give me
Two of those, one of those, and
the
steak
cantaloupes
sandwich.
and But it's like 6 p.m. and they're like just cooking up breakfast and hash browns and
because
eggs.
everybody was
yeah.
just getting up
Yeah,
from
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Everyone's just
They did
rolling in.
backwards.
Yeah, 6 to 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was cool. That
But
was
it's
fun.
funny. I remember coming by because once they all got cut out, I remember Vic there. I go, "Hey man, you going out there?" You're like, "Nah, I'm good."
I got spare. I'm good. Those are just some of the really cool things that I've enjoyed because I used to kind of work in movies before this, and
Yeah, we don't
just
talk about those.
well, I mean, it wasn't big movies like that.
Oh, I'm
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? They were all kind of
we
just
know
lower
what
budget.
movies they were.
I said kind of. I was trying to be
He
discreet,
dipped
Paul.
his toe into.
How do you think I met Dan?
Oh,
But no, whenever that happens, though, I feel like you always get that bug. You're just like, oh man, that was so much fun.
yeah.
You know what I mean? To like be a part of it and be involved. And then like when it's over and you're like, oh shit, I don't have work for 3 months. That's when you kind of realize that it's like, you know.
I think by the end of that movie, that changed your whole Hollywood experience.
Yeah, it's a lot. It can be. So I think what's great about Judas and things like that, being in a movie for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's very easy to do. But being the entire movie is centered around here is an entirely different experience.
Yeah.
Because it is. I mean, by the time we did the math, I mean, I think it was about 6 months of work by the time from the starting of scouting, from filming and everything. It was about 6 months.
Well, and you were running. You had to be running 16-hour days.
Yeah, pretty close.
You would go home. You'd do the 7 to 7, go home, and they'd start calling you at 8:30.
Yeah, approximately. We got better towards the end. They started calling Ron and other people, but they had a team. They're pretty much 24/7. Somebody was almost in here, honestly. So.
Well, that's when Dan got the nickname Joe Pesci. I might have gave him that nickname.
Yeah, I think you did. I've embraced it. You know, Joe Pesci,
give him
good
Snickers.
Yeah, good fellas. So no, it's fun, and like you said, I think we're about due for another one. So.
Yeah. They have something come in.
Yeah, we've been. They're trying to. We've been working on a couple. So
like middle of July would be perfect.
Well, might be a little difficult for that. How about middle of June?
You just want somebody else to feel your pain, like what we've done to you several times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nobody.
Vic won't care. Go ahead.
Exactly. As you can imagine, most people don't want to shoot here in the winter. So about Judas will be about right at the end of November is about the last time you're going to get somebody in here to shoot. They don't shoot during Thanksgiving and Christmas anyway. They're all
everything's kind of just on hiatus at that point. But, But yeah, no, those are some of the fun things. Speaking of July, we have another big event that rolls through that it's not movies, but it's music. And this year we've got some pretty cool bands coming in. Yeah. Well, Incarceration has some pretty cool bands coming in. Who do we got? We got Pantera, Slipknot, and who's the other one? Limp Bizkit.
You got it.
Yeah. I figured you would be like,
listen,
Limp Bizkit, dude.
You have been asking for years for Limp Bizkit.
Yes.
I am shocked that Inc. said, listen, for Vic, they reached out. I was shocked.
I've been dying because I know if we can get Limp Bizkit in here, I know that Dan's going to walk around in a white t-shirt with a red hat backwards and just be like,
it is.
This is my jam.
So I know you already talked about having the whole haunt out there. They got you front row for Limp Bizkit.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a whole thing.
I'm going to be in the barricade. I'm going to be with security.
You will be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm going to be that guy that missed Fred Durst on the drop kick. Remember that video we saw?
You did. I do remember that.
Yeah.
No, people are excited. It seems to grow every year. They're a great team to work with, so we're very excited to have it another year.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. That's one event that, like, out of all the events other than the one we do, that I really look forward to because we get to run during Incarceration. So Blood Prison's open, just a small portion of it. But it's just one of those, it's ball busting getting to it.
Yeah.
But then once you're there, it's just like, it's really is a lot of fun. It's a fun event, music, ink, food, everything.
I talked to one of the tour guides actually yesterday and said if you read all the comments on the Facebook page, I mean, there's people that literally come from all over the United States for it.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see the impact of what it has just on a nationwide level and to bring people here and to show the building off. And that's always fun to be able to do.
Well, I mean, even something like, because if you look at it, like we've talked, you and I, many times about, what level it could get at. And if you, like, there's one that the people that run Incarceration in Columbus called Sonic Temple, which we're going to. It's going to be awesome. It's a bigger venue, so they're going to get in probably like, 80 to 100,000 people in there, where we're going to push about 25 to 30.
Sure.
So it's a bigger level, but like it's just more unique here.
It is. The backdrop.
So you're going to draw that bigger, because like there's Sonic Temple, there's like Rocklahoma, there's one in Daytona, there's one in North Carolina. There's festivals everywhere.
Got the bourbon one that they do.
Bourbon, Bangaroo.
Well, that one has
Bonnaroo. I'm sorry. That's not a DWP event.
Exactly. not yet. It's cool because you see bands that get up there and they'll even sometimes talk about, hey, we're at Shawshank or check this out. You and I have been out there and hear some of that. They had Godsmack come back a couple years ago and shot a music video here. It's cool to hear that even some of the bands talk about kind of the movie and the impact and all of that. So that's always fun to hear them.
Plus, a lot of them come in and do tours.
They do.
Like I know
some of them do the haunt too, which I love. I love they go through that.
Yeah, we had some artists come in last year that walked through the haunt and loved it. And then Jose Mangan, the guy on SiriusXM, he came in and did the haunt.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, that continues because it's always really cool.
Exactly. You and I are hoping to get some big names back there this year. They've kind of
sure.
hinted at us that maybe some people will be interested for it, so that'd be pretty cool for you. So.
And that's the greatest thing for me, honestly, is like what we can add to it. So you're coming to a tattoo, so you can get a tattoo, you can go to a haunted house, you can listen to great music. There's great food outside.
Yeah.
Plus, alcohol, of course. There's, they've got the beer and liquor and everything.
Yep.
So it's really just something great. And you would never think that, Slipknot or Rob Zombie or this Pantera, this version of Pantera, these bands are in Mansfield.
Yeah.
That's just like unheard of. You know what
it's
I mean?
wild.
Columbus, Cleveland, yes. But Mansfield?
Yeah.
In front of this place, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a hell of a backdrop.
It does. It really does. And that's one of the main, and again, even at Halloween, when people are rolling up, they're just like, this is going to, if they'd never been here, they're like, wow, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
So that's why we try to deliver, a good show.
Yeah.
Well, and think about that. We've had people reach out for Halloween. We've had Tom Holland out here, played Spider-Man.
That was great.
That was great. That was fun.
We've had some pretty big names that have come out specifically for the haunt, celebrity-wise. So, we have the Hollywood aspect.
Dog.
Exactly.
Did you ever talk about the Tom Holland thing?
Yeah,
what Joe Russo said to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You were so panicked. That was great.
I didn't want to hurt the guy, but
No,
he made it almost sound like, just
like grab him, throw him in a cell. You're
basically,
like, wait,
we were
what?
told Tom Holland had never been in a haunted house.
Never.
To,
this is the first
Russo,
one.
So really scare him and beat him up, and that was while he's in the middle of shooting the movie.
Yeah.
And he had to go back on Monday to shoot the movie.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
And he had went after this one. They went to the Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
And then they went to Ghoul Brothers in Akron.
Okay.
And I don't know if they hit any more after that, but I guess the Russos are big haunt guys. They love going to haunt.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
So that's kind of how
he was having fun. I'll tell you.
He was great.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
It was Joe, right?
Joe
was
Russo.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
yes.
my God, he was cracking me up. He was having fun.
Great.
I was trying to figure out who was having more fun, me and Dan or them, because we were just so excited that they were here.
Yeah.
Well, and then
I remember
posted
we kept meeting at the partway through, like a third and a third and third. We watch him
Yes.
go through,
Oh, yeah.
make sure everything's coming through. I remember Tom Holland came through. They were about halfway through, and he's right behind the big guy. I don't know if he's a bodyguard or another actor. He's like, "Oh, are we done?" We're like, "You're about halfway through, man." He's like, "Oh God."
Do you remember when Big Joe grabbed Tom Holland's face?
Oh God!
I will never forget it because he put on the glow or the touch necklace and
Yeah.
said so what's this for? And he was like, I'll show you. You and I will.
What is that? What's the touch pad?
Yeah,
He's
you and I
like,
won't forget that.
just grabbed his face. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
He works for OSR.
Really?
But we got to post that photo of him after
Yeah.
he left, and people obviously were super excited. So to get him in here and work around so that nobody knew he was here and get him out safely, that's always fun to be able to do those. So
Yeah,
Well, it's cool
was
that we
pretty
can.
amazing.
Yeah.
yeah.
That we can make that VIP experience happen.
Yeah.
But that was fun because of how legit scared he was
Oh yeah.
going in. And then when Russo talked to me about, radioing ahead
Yeah.
and really, man, I'm just like, dude, seriously? He's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, all right, dude, he's your boy. And the actors were all about it. They're like, oh yeah. They had no clue who he was.
No, they went after him.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
just
they went
Yeah.
after him like, that one, get him.
Yeah. Yeah, he was wearing a purple touch. I remember the purple touch pads. This is one you guys want. Got it. We got it. We're on it. I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
But it just shows people are excited for everything out here.
Yeah.
They're excited for Halloween, Inc., the tours. I mean, there's always somebody that wants to come out here
Absolutely.
and check it out, which is the fun part of it for
Yeah.
sure.
We had
Yeah, I mean,
Cleveland
some of-
Browns players came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of people. I mean, it's funny. So many people, I hear them too, when they come out at the end of the tours and stuff. And they're like, this is not what I expected. We have all the different museums in here.
Yeah.
The Correctional Museum, Shawshank Museum, the Industrial Museum. We have, and it just keeps growing like that. We keep adding new, new areas every year. We're doing the Warden's Quarters this year.
Yep.
That's going to be amazing when that gets done.
And then the elevators. Now, what's going on with the elevators that go to the chapel? That's still going to happen?
That is going to happen, but we had to wait until December.
Oh, gotcha.
Because we would lose the elevator during our main season for 8 to 12 weeks.
And that would the one in the mini bullpen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have to wait till out of season because then we can shut it down for 8 to 12 weeks without a problem. But we have too many events that we use it.
Right.
So that'll be the final piece of our 3.5 year renovation to get all the elevators in. So basically, the only place they can't see is the chapel. But once we get that elevator, it'll take you all the way up there, and you'll be able to access our entire tour route.
You'll get to the chapel.
You'll get to the chapel.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then you'll have the entire tour route. You can ghost hunt. It's ADA accessible. All areas. We have the lift outside. You can get everywhere.
Absolutely.
So that's huge because that's been something I've wanted for years.
Well, and you mentioned another thing that we do out here, which the Reformatory is well known for, is ghost hunting.
Yes.
The paranormal program out here is, I plan. You can ask Dan. I plan everything so far in advance because the paranormal programming is just like as soon as April, May hits,
done.
It's like all weekends are booked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Much.
Have you guys participated in the paranormal stuff?
A little bit.
A little bit, Dan?
I totally, I'm with the whole gig, but I don't hunt things that can hunt you back.
I've done a couple of it early on, or like with some of the escape plan people when they were out here, they wanted to walk around and see some of the stuff. So yeah, I've done it a couple times.
Yeah,
we did that with Rock. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure.
We do a ghost hunt every year for the Blood Prison crew.
Oh, you just had yours, didn't you?
We just did. Yeah, it was about a month ago, I think it was.
Okay.
Not quite a month. But
recently,
this one we just had this past one because I just thought that'll be our third one, I think. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, it's like it is what it is. I've kind of done it, But we actually had a lot of fun on this last one. A lot of people were just really into it and digging it, and it says something when you turn all the lights off and get to walk around the building, in the dark.
Yeah,
you get a flashlight, but it's like Well, it was fun. We had a good time.
And if you look at social media, I would say probably more than 50% of our posts are usually something related to paranormal, ghost hunting, somebody shooting a video out here, YouTube, or talking about their experiences out here. So it is, I would say it's getting busier and busier as far as kind of that world. It does not seem to stop. People are always excited for it.
So in the realm of events, because the paranormal is not really an event, but it's, part of the programming. Mm-hmm. But they do the Parapsychon, which we mentioned earlier.
Sure.
And what is this? Is the third one coming up?
This is. Yep.
Is that next month in May?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's the third weekend in May.
So let's talk about that then. Who runs the paranormal Parapsychon, rather?
So Kathy Vaketic runs the program. So her and her husband Greg have Tri-C Ghost Hunters. He's written some books. They've been in the paranormal program, just kind of the paranormal world for a long time. And her husband was already part of doing all of our private hunts and leading those. So as the person who was here before transitioned out for other career opportunities, she kind of offered the opportunity to see if we were interested in it. So yeah, we brought her on, and so she runs that, and it's been great.
Well, how they bring in ghost hunters, correct? Or is it famous ghost hunters? I'm not in that
You're talking
world.
for Parapsychon?
For Parapsychon,
yes. Yeah. It's all those kind of people. So anybody that they'll do speaking engagements, and they do things like that. They do autograph signings, VIP meet and greets. They have merchandise in the Central Guard room. So it's pretty much anything paranormal to some extent. There's hosts from TV shows and things, and you could find that all on their website. Just searching Parapsychon.
In Central, though, but they also do it like kind of a convention.
They do.
There's vendors, right?
There's vendors in the cell blocks and walk around. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, out in the cell block.
So it's it's a big deal. It's grown a lot, and it's years it's been here so far.
Yeah, I went the 1 year, I think it was year 2, and I actually bought some stuff for the hunt.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, just a few small things, but it was a lot of fun. Now, did they do an actual ghost hunt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have one with some of the celebrities, so they actually do a celebrity ghost hunt. So some of those people are actually here. It's limited. I think maybe it's like 100 tickets or less, but yeah. So and it sells out really quick.
So as far as ghost hunting goes, there's I know there's rules and there's things you can and can't do in a ghost hunt. Now, why do we do that? You guys got any cool stories on why? For instance, when we did our first one, we were told, look, you can go, you can have your whatever those machines are that show you where they go, but you can't do Ouija boards.
Sure.
Okay, what's the story behind that one? Let's hear that.
It's in the manual.
I think a lot
it's
of
gonna be like that, huh?
Yeah, so I think it's just kind of making the spirits mad and maybe creating issues. So you'd have to go to one of the paranormal experts for those answers, I think. So
I thought I had both experts right here.
Many things not paranormal.
That's your next one.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a hold of Kathy and be
Kathy,
like, have them coming in. And,
that'd be cool. Everybody asks about it, so I think
Yeah.
having them on, you should get some viewer submitted questions and go for it.
That would be cool. I'd definitely love to have those guys on there. I personally, when we went to do our ghost hunt, I had planned on worshiping the devil. So it was kind of just a buzzkill.
So it didn't work out well for you.
No. They just told us, though. They were like, no drawing like pentagrams. And I'm
Sure.
like, why would anybody do that? You know what I mean?
They would.
But they do. Like, just, the longer I've been here, it's just like, oh, look at all that.
Yeah, we make up new rules as we go along because somebody does something like that.
Yeah.
The question that people ask, have you had something that you felt like is a paranormal experience in your years here, or not really?
Me?
You personally.
Paranormal.
Have I seen a ghost?
Or anything.
No, not anything.
Paranormal just means out of the ordinary, right?
No.
No, as far as that goes, I've told a couple things like, I've never seen like an apparition or anything. I saw this guy and blah, blah, blah. No, I've never seen that. Okay. Now, has there been things that have happened where I was like, what the hell was that about? Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. There was like, Tony was with me the one time when we were in solitary, and the light switch, we turned the light off and it turned back on.
Yeah.
We took 3-4 steps away from the light switch and you just heard, and it turned back on. And that was, I don't know if that's...
Tony did that wiring, though, right?
This is before Tony did the wiring.
Oh, okay.
So
I'd say, there's your explanation.
Yeah,
no,
there you go.
when Tony
Short.
wires stuff, it just blows up. Okay? It doesn't actually turn on and off by itself. That might be a neat feature.
Right?
Tony couldn't make that happen. But that was kind of weird. And then I was given a couple guys from incarceration a tour as best I could. Because people always, give me a tour. I'm just like, I'm not a tour guide. I don't know all the info.
Sure.
But I'm trying to just show them stuff. We were in solitary. It seems to be solitary. And this one was kind of weird because we were standing, like as soon as you walk in and then you go to the right and it curves around to go to in front of the cells where like the Shawshank stuff was going on. I was telling them something about there, and right when I started talking about it, something fell from the ceiling and like plaster or something fell, and we were just like, whoa, we all jumped back and we all just laughed because we were like, shit. You know what I mean? It just kind of scared us. And he was like, what was that? And then there's nothing missing. Like there's no chunk from the ceiling or the wall missing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is weird because I've been back there 10 times since that.
Yep.
And kind of looked, trying to figure out where did this fall from. And I never wanted to say, I always just said, it was a chunk of the ceiling, but there's no hole in the ceiling. And, it's solitary. It's not like there's, so that was kind of weird. And I said something to one of the paranormal people once, and they were like, you were by a vortex and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I should have never said nothing. I should have never said anything. So, yeah, that was my kind of weird.
You started pulling the Bruce Campbell then?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the paranormal stuff is good. I'm glad they do it. It's it's a fun thing to add to what we do, because people are always fascinated with the Halloween stuff, and the paranormal kind of goes hand in hand. But one more I wanted to ask you guys about, which is also kind of big, is the Shawshank Hustle. Mm-hmm. And that's, what is that, a 5K or 7K run?
7K.
7K run, which I like to do every year.
I know. I thought you and I are running this year, aren't we?
Yeah. We're gonna try and beat our records.
I'm golf carting that.
He's gonna be behind, just like, come on, guys,
go.
Come on. No, that's really interesting because I've never been to one because it starts at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Yeah, we get here about 4:30.
Why?
Because parking starts at 5.
Jesus, come on.
We open the building early, and we have to get the whole run done before we open for tours at 11. So it's it's an early morning. The neighbors love it. We get to blare some music and have some fun.
So we've got the Shawshank 30th coming up. That's not this year, but next year, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the 25th I got to be a part of, and I was so glad because it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. That was really
What
cool.
is in plan? What is in store for the 30th?
So it's being still created right now, and I'll let Paul talk a little bit about that. But we're working with Frank Darabont and his wife, and they were here for the 25th. So
Yes.
we've got a lot of things in the works for that, and hopefully it's bigger and better.
Morgan Freeman, yay, nay?
Unknown.
Question mark? We'd love,
Oh, that'd be amazing. Him or Tim Robbins, that'd be
we'd
so
love
cool.
that, and Frank, and I think it'd be cool, and just to document that and hear about it. Because think about it, if they haven't seen the building since '94, obviously everything is different than how they perceive it that it's been before. So
Well, because when they shot that movie, they still had everything in the back, right? The wall, the other outbuildings, and
Yard, everything.
yeah. Now it's another prison.
Yep.
So
Absolutely, and you have to think of what all the buildings in here looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, all the front and different stuff. I mean, I know they put their spin on it for Hollywood and stuff, but you think about it, I mean, it was virtually abandoned by that point. So
imagine how many haunted attractions we could do if we saw those buildings out back.
Oh, I know. You talk about that all the time.
the yard. There
That
you
would
go.
be awesome.
We always say
How many
Think
buildings are
about the
back there?
concert out there.
Oh man, that'd be nuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then they could compete with the
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Oh, that was massive back there.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be.
But they had to tear it down. Way to go, Paul.
Wasn't born yet.
Something else we got coming up: escape rooms.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it.
Do
Been
it.
talking about that for 5 years.
Yeah. Well, now it's happening.
We started going, then COVID hit and shut us down.
Yeah.
Now we're back in the game. So yeah, we got you helping us out. We got
Absolutely.
we have the zombie apocalypse lab.
Yeah. It's like a zombie containment outbreak.
Yep. And then then we're doing the cabin.
We're gonna do like a Evil Dead cabin in the woods type of thing.
Yep.
And then of course
Shawshank Suite.
we got to do a Shawshank one. 3-room Shawshank.
Andy's cell.
Andy's
office.
Yep.
The warden's office.
And the warden's office.
Yeah, and there you can do all three of them as a large interactive one that has all the puzzles through it, probably an hour and a half for that one. Or you can do them individually as hour ones, or then we've also worked with our creator to make them 10-minute ones.
Absolutely.
For events and stuff like that. So they're at Disney level. We've all been to a couple of the ones this guy does, and you guys are going to be doing the set design, so it'll be top notch.
It'll be great.
We've been to some of them. Those ones we went to that were like $250,000. That was next level.
Oh, that's nuts.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
These are going to be super, super nice. I mean, within 100 miles of us, there probably won't be anything as nice.
I can't wait to start the beta testing, just to start seeing all that happen.
Yeah.
And just to see how it works and how we're gonna have to adjust it and everything. But
Right.
I know the staff here is like they're just jacked.
Oh, they're fired up.
They're ready to go. It's like we'll do it. And it's like hell yeah, man, that's gonna
I've
be
been
great.
wanting to do this for years. You've heard me talk about this for a long time, trying to figure it out how to make it happen. But yeah, now I mean we've already started deconstruction of the rooms, and so we can get those going right.
Yeah.
And get all the electric and power in there.
One of your staff already approached me and was just like, how do I get to do that? I'm like, well, just talk to Ashley or Dan or whoever. So they're excited to learn, hey, can I run the escape rooms? Mm-hmm. So that's going to be killer. Now, a lot of people that I've talked to already just in the haunt world are like, man, that's going to be great doing escape rooms here. I'm like, I hope so. I hope it works out well.
Oh, in the building? Yeah.
Yeah, in the building, yeah.
Yeah, and our elevators were an integral part of that too. So once we got those in, it opened up that opportunity.
You love those elevators, don't you?
I love my elevators. I'm so happy about them. I'm going to talk about them for 20 years.
I can't wait to see the one, remember early when you first started talking about that, you're like, we might probably going to lose your office, Vic. I'm like, oh, no. We're going to do them here.
Well, I do that. Yeah, but I do that to you all the time.
It's not cool,
You're
man.
going to lose your vent, lose your office.
That's a yearly basis.
Lose your employee.
Lose some weeks.
Can Halloween start mid-October this year?
We've lost half the power to your part of the building.
Yeah.
That's all right. No, absolutely not. So.
Yeah. Not happening.
Yeah, I can't promise anything. Sorry.
I am excited for the escape rooms, though, doing the 10-minute escapes.
Oh, yeah.
During Halloween. That's just going to make,
Well,
make it a lot
that
more
and
fun.
incarceration. We can do them both.
And ink,
That's
yeah.
going to be neat. We're hoping to have the one up
I
for
hope so.
incarceration, the zombie apocalypse
Wouldn't
lab.
that be cool?
Yeah,
That would be cool.
That'll be fun to try that out with an actual large group of people here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And just do the 10-minute ones.
Yeah.
So they're in and out, and they can come, it's logistic. That's the one thing about this building, because it's a prison, so it's not really geared for, people escaping or getting out. So it's hard for people to, get to where you got to be.
Right.
Especially during an event like Ink.
Yeah.
You know, we got to get them back to the house to do the haunt, and it's just like, oh, man, there's one hallway.
Yeah.
Good signage, I guess. So.
Yeah. And crew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And traffic control.
Absolutely. I am excited for the escape rooms. The Shawshank one, I think, is going to be really killer.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Just
the puzzles are going to be off the hook.
Yeah, and busting through the walls and doing the tunnel thing is going to be cool.
I mean, the other two are kind of, they're kind of all the stuff's sort of there already. But Shawshank's a ground from build up from the ground, the entire thing.
Yeah.
So it's going to have some very unique puzzles and tests, and that's going to be fun.
Shout out to Brian Warner from Evolutions for heading that up for us. He's excited about doing it. And they're pretty much underway. So I know Paul's excited to start designing.
What?
There's so many things in the Shawshank movie.
Years in theater, man. Sorry. Can't
Yeah,
help it.
no, it's all good. There's so many things in that movie where you can make a really great escape room.
You can.
You know, because when we first started talking about it, I watched it probably like 2 or 3 times in a row. And it's just like, oh man, I'm like writing all these down. Like we could do this, we could do this.
Yeah,
So that's going to be killer.
You lost that list.
I lost it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't keep it. Well, you said we weren't doing them, so I was like, well, I don't need these no more.
I said they were on hold.
Yeah, it's on a 5-year hold, Vic. Just relax.
Just like,
Calm down. We'll go watch Iron Sky and get some Bangaroo tickets, and we'll have a good time studying escape rooms.
And then the slide happens, right?
Oh my
Man,
God.
just fall asleep at Sonic Temple. Just
Yeah.
5 minutes. That's all I need.
Yeah, I'm digging a hole, ain't I? No, it's cool. I love the fact that we get to do that kind of stuff. That's what makes this place so interesting. Is that there's just more. You know, it keeps evolving, and it's
Always. Absolutely.
Yeah, you never know what's going to come around the corner every day. You.
great. Yeah.
You know?
I'll be around every corner. Yeah, Uncle Vic's lurking.
Right.
I'm sure.
Speaking of which, I was lurking through some old photos that I acquired through different times of being here.
Great.
Sarah, let's bring the first photo up.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, we've already seen that, so that's fine.
So that's Mr. Smith about what, 10 years, 15 years? Oh no, it's only been like 5 years.
No, that is 7 to 8 years.
7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
That's a good photo. I think that was from our.
He wasn't cynical yet.
That was before the move the Joe Pesci moniker took over. Yeah.
But he's progressed into Hollywood Dan now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
This is very true.
He's more of a.
Careful. Real careful now.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Oh, my God.
Broke
Whoa.
it. You broke it, Vic.
All right, that was Dan holding the head that one of the haunt props that we use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we've got what's the next one?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now you
This
got
is a hack job.
you've got. It seems like you've got normal on the left, and you got what the hell's going on the right?
Insane.
Well, he's representing Shawshank. What else do you expect him to do?
Yeah.
I was actually glad she got money for college. That's what I was excited about.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
So Paul is a father of 3.
3 girls.
That's right, and they're all in college. They're all smart, which I'm still figuring out. I mean, I'm not because Paul's a genius.
Wife's a genius.
But yeah, that was Paul and his daughter Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That was, 17?
Yeah.
18, I think.
How is that possible?
Not possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember starting out here, and oh my God, she was 3.
That's nuts. That is nuts. What do we got next? I got a good one of Dan coming up. I think we saw.
That you've already shown, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one the one we used on the promo. Next picture there, Sarah. There we go.
Nice.
That's what the Eric Church. That's what those are from. His strings from the music video.
That's what I was gonna. I was like, what is that bird's nest you're holding there?
Yeah, that's what's up sitting up in my office now. So it's sitting there.
So that's Dan.
Cool
the Eric.
Dan. That's cool, Dan.
Yeah, that's cool, Dan. Black and white picture, Friends T-shirt. That's cool as hell.
And you actually commented on it.
Yeah.
Of this. Did you actually read your comment from when I posted it? It said something like, one of the characters or something, and it was like, I don't know, looks good, Chandler, or something like that. So you had to get your jab in there. So.
Well, that was the video. Was that a country music video?
Yeah, some of it, Eric Church.
And he's like famous.
Yeah, very famous.
Okay, I have no clue who he is,
Yeah.
but
Of course you don't.
well, someone asked me, he's like, who's the? I'm like, I don't know. David Allen Coe. Wasn't he
Well,
here
David
too?
Allen
Oh,
Coe
he
was
was
too,
here.
but
Yeah.
Eric
He
Church
came
is. I
through.
mean,
All
yeah,
right,
Eric Church is huge. So
all right.
you must have not been here that
You
day.
just have your small circle of who's famous, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we left you home for Eric Church's
Does-
video.
If I don't know who they are, then they can't be that damn
Oh,
famous.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well,
You
we're
should have
get-
seen this
we're
guy.
getting an email.
You
Yeah,
should have seen this guy when we went to Horror Hound. Horror Hound.
What? Oh, yeah. Thanks for
Yeah,
enunciating.
yes, I had to.
Why?
Because I was like, wait, what?
We're sitting there like trying to check into the hotel, right? He's
Michael
like,
Roker and all these people are walking through. It's a big deal, dude.
He's like, "Pff." I'm like, dude, what's up? He's like, Michael Roker. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And he's just, oh, Jesus Christ, there's a guy. I'm like, Dude, it's what this place is, man. What's your problem? Fanboying. It was bad.
Yeah. Well, listen, not everybody can be Limp Bizkit, okay, for you. So.
Well, we'll hook you up. Don't worry.
Yeah, I won't throw you under the bus with the Warner Brothers tour.
Yeah, he wasn't there for that.
That was first couple months you were here?
Second year. It was like the May of the following year.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. Man, I couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a certain amount of time, so you went in. They were like, "Hey, you can check out this whole musium, but you've got 15
6 minutes. Yeah.
I ran the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they had like staircases.
I was gone.
He was like down, back up. I'm like going.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They had the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, before it came out.
Before it came out, all the uniforms and outfits.
Right on. Where was the Shawshank stuff?
In the dumpster.
It's here.
I asked.
That's where
It's here, yeah. It's all here.
Yeah,
actually
whatever's left is here.
We have some cool stuff that's actually getting ready to go on display pretty soon. I was talking about it and heard about it,
cool.
so yeah. Come out this
Yeah,
summer.
because you met Tim Robbins out there, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was great. He was like just a nice guy.
We should have thrown that photo up there.
Yeah, right? That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
What's the next photo we got? I got quite a few. Oh, look at that. Now, this photo I put up here for a reason. Who is that guy with you?
You don't know who that is?
No, I don't.
Chris Stuckman. He's a huge YouTuber. He actually came back here last year to shoot a movie.
Oh, yeah, Chris Stuckman, yeah.
Yeah.
He's never coming back now.
I don't know who he
will.
is.
He
no,
will.
listen, though. I put this picture up here for a reason. What's his shirt say?
Halloween.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So that's what rolls around here, Halloween.
Okay. Well, we won't send him the link to the episode since you don't know him. But yeah, he's a huge movie critic and YouTube. He actually shot a horror movie last year. It was the biggest crowdfunding, one of those websites and stuff. But
I think you told me about that.
Yeah, super cool. It comes out this year. Excited for it. So hopefully go up. He lives up by Cleveland, so hopefully go up and check it out.
Yeah.
We won't take you because he'll watch this episode and
be like,
oh,
I'm gonna tag him in this one.
You'll be like,
I'm tagging him.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube. Tag.
You'll forget. You'll be all right.
At Chris, who the hell? I don't know.
We're not gonna do that, Joe. Yeah, he's a good dude.
No, that was cool. That was what's that other famous YouTuber that was here?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Everybody.
My kids knew that.
Okay, so here's the thing. You told me about it, and I was like, whatever. I no clue.
At the time, yeah.
Yeah, no clue who it was. No big deal. About 2 weeks after, my son is talking about it at home. He's talking about something about. I go, who are you talking about? He goes, Mr. Beast. Like, oh yeah, that guy was at the Reformatory. What? And I was just like, what? Oh, he was pissed. He's still pissed to this day when I say something to him.
I've always said that young kids don't care about actors and stuff. It's YouTube celebrities.
Yeah.
But he is the biggest YouTuber in
Yeah.
the world. I think his video here got 60 million views or something.
That's crazy.
What was that team of the two guys that came out a couple years before? My daughters were like, wait, what? They were out there?
Sam and Colby, maybe?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, so honestly, the YouTubers are great because that's very easy for us to do out here for the most part.
Right.
When it's big enough, because that doesn't really affect anything. They come in an evening and do the stuff, so that's pretty cool.
Well, this also goes back to my early days being here, not knowing who people are, and then Dan actually used me as an example in one of our meetings. I don't know if you remember this or not, but they were trying to get someone to come up here and shoot a video. I think it was 21 Pilots. And when you first said something about it, and I was like,
we did try to get 21 Pilots.
What are you talking about? And they were like, 21 Pilots. I'm like, there's 21 of them?
Huge band.
Is it like the Blue Angels? I mean, what are we talking about here?
And the funny thing is you actually got to go to one of their concerts.
I did. I had to take my son to one, but you made this thing I can't remember what it was for, but it was like an example. Vic is old and has no clue who the 21 Pilots are. Because I didn't have no clue.
No, they're from Columbus and they're huge now, so we're hoping they'll come out sometime.
They are from Columbus, and I went and saw them. I took my boy down there because he wanted to go see him. It was during Halloween.
Wasn't it huge, nationwide or something? I mean,
it was a nationwide
big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there this is legit. When we get there, and they had 3 opening acts, and we got there with maybe the first one was just finishing up, and I'm sitting there and I was just like, oh my God, this is just so lame. And it almost reminded me of a Backstreet Boys NSYNC type of thing.
It's not even close.
Not 21 Pilots,
but
the
first,
opening acts.
okay.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there and I was just like, oh God. I'm sitting there, I'm just looking at my son like, what the hell you're in? Okay, whatever. So I'm sitting there well, if anything, I'll just get a nap. I got my hoodie up and I'm sitting there, I'll take a little nap. Well, the 21 Pilots, it's actually only 2 dudes.
It is.
So figure that one out. When they came out, that was totally different. The music was whatever, but they actually put on a pretty good show. Just the show itself. These guys are jumping off the pianos, flipping, and he leapt off the stage and just right down into the barricade. Like, it was just like he jumped, and I'm just like, holy shit. The next thing you know, he's behind the stage, and, you know, it was actually pretty good. But I did know one song.
Hey, there you go.
It wasn't one of theirs. They covered Benny and the Jets.
Oh my God.
I knew you'd know that song. You
Oh,
know?
oh, really? All right. Yeah, but I heard it from the original singer.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I heard it too. So I'm like, I know that song. You know, and my son was just, you know, he was loving it or whatever. He's big into 20, or at least he was then. So, yeah. So I've seen him. Where are you at on that one?
Yeah, I have not. So
Thank
hopefully
you.
they'll come out though and shoot a video sometime.
Your old ass. See,
You know,
not me.
See,
listen.
that's like the concert I went to with my daughter. Remember up in Michigan?
Yes, you went and saw Imagine Dragons.
No,
Right?
the other one.
Greta Van Fleet.
Greta
is that the
Van
one?
Fleet.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It was awesome. Whatever, just put it with
I would go
Bangaroo.
see.
Shut up.
I would go. We'll go see them at Bangaroo for sure. I would go see Greta Van Fleet before I would the Imagine Dragons. So there's that.
No comment.
What do we got? We got another picture up here. What do we got? Oh, look at that, Hollywood Dan.
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff
That's
Goldblum,
right. That's
yeah.
a birthday present.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum.
You're welcome. That was all my idea.
Oh, I'm sure.
God.
I am sure.
What was that like? What was he like?
Super cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, interacting with
He's
people.
probably like Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Jeff Goldblum.
He's just like on Ragnarok. Yeah, same guy.
Same guy.
Yeah.
100%.
He's really tall.
He is. and
How
I'm-
tall is he?
Like 6'4".
Foot taller than Dan.
Yeah.
Dan's like, he's only 6 foot. What are you talking about?
5'8".
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that was cool. I remember when you got to do that. That was good shit. What do we got next here? Let's see the next one.
Oh,
there we go.
Man.
Now that's early days.
That's Escape Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Early days. Look at that big meatball in the front.
Man.
What? Bill Sample.
Freaking
What are you talking about?
gangster in the back.
I know, right?
Yeah, look at your facial hair. There
Yeah.
you go.
That's before it all fell off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't grow it now. It's all white.
Yeah.
No, that was in 2017.
Gosh, that's
Yeah,
old.
that had to be a minute ago.
So that was like when we were first starting to talk about doing escape rooms.
Yeah.
Well, let's go check one out.
Yep.
And those were actually fun escape rooms, but they were, the set dressing was, you know, they didn't have the look that we wanted.
Right.
But the games were
Still
pretty
fun.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, the games
Yeah,
were
still
fun.
fun.
Yeah, the person working there was great. You know,
Yeah, she was.
fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good time. That was like, that's kind of one of those, this is going to be a fun job days where, like, holy shit, we're going to
Oh,
escape
yeah.
room. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We have quite a few fun job days.
Yes, we have.
We
Probably,
really do.
Yeah. Probably, maybe, we're approaching maybe too many, you think?
No.
Now that we got a bus.
absolutely
Two
not.
buses.
No.
What's the next
More to
picture,
come.
Sarah? What do we got?
Oh,
God
that's
damn.
awesome.
Yeah. Dan and Stallone
Mike Humphrey.
and Mike Humphreys.
Yep, that was actually, I think, right after he shot his last scene. Because I know we weren't doing that like while he was filming, but you can still see kind of
Yeah.
like, the blood on his face and different stuff from it. So that was really cool.
This was really cool. Funny thing, when I remember I told you earlier I met Stallone out front of my office here, just in passing,
Yeah.
type of thing. He was not that tall, because he's damn near as tall as Mike, and he was not that tall.
It must have some boots on.
Dude,
or
I
something.
swear that dude's wearing boots or something, like big, thick-soled boots.
He's a champion, though. He's
Look
fine.
how big his fists are compared to Dan's.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Rocky, man.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I tell you what was crazy, though. I'm telling you what, man. They all got here. Oh, my God. Those people go to work.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
I mean, it is all serious business. I was like, and they do it again and again.
Well, and
again.
even you and I have talked before. I mean, when they come in, it's a machine. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it is. The script is there. They know what they're doing. They come in, and I mean, it is.
What were there? About 140 people
Yeah,
working that?
yeah, on the whole movie.
And the whole thing just shifted wherever they went.
It was funny because also, right, that outside my office is where I met Batista, which, like, imagine this hallway out front and me and Batista trying to go through that.
That didn't work very well.
It didn't work too good.
Excuse me, pardon
You know
me,
what I
pardon
mean?
me.
Yeah. But one night on that shoot, again, I was just walking out and I was getting ready to head to the back, and I hear somebody yelling. Not yelling like real loud, but like you could tell they're a little bit pissed off.
Yeah.
And it was the director of that movie. I can't think of what was his name, but
Hertzfeld.
yeah, he is just giving somebody, giving him shit for whatever reason.
Probably Dan.
That wasn't Dan. Dan would have gave the shit back, I hope. Maybe not at that point,
Towards the end, maybe.
Yeah. But he is just like reaming this guy. And he's like, yeah, I know. He's like, and he's like yelling. Next thing you know, here comes Stallone, right? Walking through, hey, man, what's the problem? I swear he's talking just like that. And I'm like, I'm just like snickering because I'm just like Stallone. He's just like, the director's like, I'm just trying to make them understand. He's like, calm down, man, calm down. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. And I just kind of like, just kind of dipped out of there. But that was kind of fun.
Hertzfeld, we're still friends with him, so we actually talked to him. Hope he comes back, shoot something else sometime.
Yeah, that would be cool. Didn't they go to the prison out back by accident one time and getting some shit for that?
No, I'm trying to think what they did. No, I think up in the lot or something. Maybe they were turned around or something, but the people didn't know who they were and they came over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that happens. What do we got next, Sarah? Another picture. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
So that is during Halloween, I want to say 2019.
Yep.
There's
Joe Russo's on the left there by Tom, all the way in the back. He's getting choked by Ronnie, I think.
Yes. Right? And then we got the widow, somebody cupping somebody's head there.
This is like, I think, some of the friends. And
huh? Which one?
Is that Brian in front?
Yeah,
it was Brian Dembski right there in the front.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm kind of standing behind him. And there's another guy. And then Dan. Oh, no. Who's that girl? I can't remember her name.
Ciara Bravo.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Dan. And then Tom Holland.
But having Joe Russo and them here, I mean, Joe Russo's just coming, well, all of them, but they're coming off Avengers Endgame at that point.
Yeah.
So that's the first movie he shot after, so I mean, they're huge.
Yeah, it was like about a year later.
Yeah.
So you and Tom Holland, that was your Facebook icon for quite a while.
Yeah, I had to make sure to let people know what was up.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, he was name dropping forever.
Oh, no,
Let me tell you.
About all his friends, too.
Yeah.
He's like, they're going, really? What the hell, man?
Actually, funny story, somebody actually messaged me and wanted to buy that shirt that was $50 because it touched him.
Oh my
your
gosh.
shirt?
Yeah, they were like, I'll give you $50 for it, and I was like, no way.
He's like, Dan's like, nah. Right
and
now.
then your daughter didn't talk to you for, I think, months.
She was mad.
Because you did not tell her Tom Holland was here. So I heard these stories. I heard she was not happy with you.
Yeah, well, after we did all that, and then we came in here.
Yeah, because we posted.
Yeah, we were like trying to get the pictures up for. And I wasn't even looking at my messages at that point because I was just like, I don't care.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, getting all this done. So then after that's all done, all right, let me get caught up on messages. I look, and it's just my daughter. Blah, blah, blah. She's just like, I can't believe you. I can't believe this happened. I was 100 feet away. You could have came and got me, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, so like she runs tickets out. That time it was a Speed Pass line.
She did.
So I go out there to talk to her. I was like, hey, she goes, I didn't want to talk to you. She goes, I already messaged Faith and Dominic. They hate you. And I'm just like, okay, have it your way.
One less kid to have in the will.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe they'll meet an Avenger eventually. You never know.
They have since come around. Well, my daughter, when we went to Horror Hound, when we went down there, I was telling some of the people there, she was like, oh my God. I'm just like, yeah, that was cool. And she was like, did you meet him? I'm like, well, no, not really. But I mean, we saw him. So they're still in that, they're famous. So
you brought your son out, though. Didn't he meet somebody here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is a big wrestling.
Yeah.
He loves wrestling. And when Chris Jericho was here for Ink, he wanted to meet Chris Jericho. So, I talked to one of the Ink people.
Yeah, we made that happen.
Yeah,
good for you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He was able to come out, and I bought him a Chris Jericho action figure that he still got it in the package and everything, and he autographed it for me. He was actually a really nice dude.
Yeah, we were on his podcast when he was here.
Yes, I remember. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, he was a good guy. Let's see the next one there, Sarah. Oh, there we go.
That's early days.
Way back.
That's pre-you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there. Vic's in there in the top right.
Well, yeah, but that's when he worked over there.
Yeah, that's when I was still working for Robert Kurtzman.
Cameron Fontana from Good Day Columbus.
That's right.
Oh my God, that was so fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. He's come out here multiple times for different stuff, and
that time, because we had to be there. Like I had to be at the shop that morning at like 5:30, and I was just like, I rolled in because I'm a morning. I can get up. It's no big deal for me, really. But 5:30, 5:30 is a bit much. So I get in there and I'm just like getting everything set up, getting everything ready, waiting for you guys to show up, and that's when I really, really cared about what you thought. And
yeah, I'm glad we're to this comfortable stage. Yeah, this
just makes it easier.
This is much better. You just come in and roll your eyes when you see us. Jeez.
Yeah, what now? What I do? But no, he rolls in there. That Cameron dude rolls in, and he was just like, "Hey, how you doing? You Vic?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Vic. How you doing?" When are we gonna meet Robert Kurtzman? I was like, "Yeah, he's not here yet, but he'll be okay. Great. Let me know." And he is just like woo, all over it. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, bro, what's going on here?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And he was just like, he was bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, it was like, let me make something perfectly clear. Hate morning people.
Yeah. Right. That was a fun day, though.
That
We
was
had-
really cool.
That
That was
yeah.
fun.
Because then we ended up
He
coming over
didn't
here.
He get made up. He got made up.
Yeah, if you look at-
zombie made.
He's
Yeah.
got it on the top. So
He's got his face in there, and they made him up like a zombie, or it's not a full on,
Oh,
but
yeah,
as close
yeah.
as they could.
So
It
what are
was
these
fun.
props? What were they from? I don't remember. Like the hockey one.
Oh, the hockey one is the goalie golem from a Kevin Smith movie that we did
Oh.
called not Tusk. It was the one after Tusk. Yoga Hosers.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Kevin Smith movie, and
It's
then
got Johnny Depp's daughter in it.
Yeah.
it's got
Smith's daughter.
Johnny Depp was in it.
He was in it.
He
He
was.
plays a detective or something, doesn't he? Or something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
Was
he-
Kevin Smith's daughter in it too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Johnny Depp played. He wasn't credited as Johnny Depp though. He was credited as an alter ego
Oh, okay.
that he does, and it was actually really funny because to me the funniest part of that film was when he's talking with somebody at like this. They're trying to figure something out, and like it would go to the person, then it would go back to Johnny Depp. He had this mole on his face, and every time they would cut and go back, the mole would be in a different spot all over his face. So that was just like I
They'd
remember
move
that.
it. Yeah, that's fun.
But the middle statue is from Wishmaster, which Robert Kurtzman directed. And then you got the meat monster over there. Mm-hmm. Paul, take it easy. I honestly don't remember the name of the movie that was in with the meat monster. I want to say John dies in the end,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but I don't quote me because I'm not sure. Bob
Paul
would be able to tell you,
Giamatti
but-
was in that. I
Yes,
think.
he was. Yeah, and I think that's where that came from.
Okay.
Maybe I might be way off. And then there's some Dusk Till Dawn vampire things in the back there.
Man, that's
That's
going back.
awesome.
Yeah,
This is definitely an early photo.
yeah. Oh yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
And there was like what Lee Tassif was there.
Yep,
Yeah.
Jody.
Jody Snavely, or is this Jody Snavely? Yeah. And then me,
Bob
Paul,
in the middle there.
yeah, Bob, and then who was Cameron's camera guy? I can't. Edwin, something like
Yeah,
that.
Edwin. Yeah.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Big Al, Dan Smith, and yeah, and then Lindsay from the shop. She was the office manager. So yeah, that was a
Cool.
good time.
Yeah, that was a good group.
It was. We had a lot of fun. What's the next one? Oh, look at that.
my God. I remember that picture.
Yeah, so do I. Look at Paul's glasses, man. You look like that's cool emoji.
Nice.
That's
Really?
what you look like. If you paint your head yellow, you'd be like that emoji that's got the sunglasses.
That's from a
on.
couple years ago.
Yeah, I want to say that was 2018, Blood Prison.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah, because we had the motorcycles. That
Yeah,
was that night.
yeah.
Okay.
and that was a rough year because it snowed like 2
Yeah.
days that year.
Yeah.
That was brutal, but that was fun. I don't know why we took that picture. We took a picture recently just like that, and I think that's why I grabbed this one.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, because we put it in
for the balloons.
Yeah, we put it in Sherry's office there.
Yeah.
All right, Sarah, what do we got next? There's got to be some more good. Oh, look at there.
Oh,
Oh,
God. How'd you find that?
doesn't matter.
Dan.
Doesn't matter. So you got father and son.
Jesus.
So this picture I wanted in there because it shows that you guys have been to Trans World
We have been.
Yeah, but
a couple times. You've been a couple times.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go again next year. I was going to go with you this year.
I think
Yeah.
I've been twice.
Yes.
Yep, I'm ready to go back. There were just so many neat things there for the haunt.
Was that after we went through the haunt, or was that on the showroom floor?
It was on the showroom floor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where he was doing the printer and showing us how to do it in his
Yeah.
holographic. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. But Trans World is a lot of fun. I go there and vend as well as, for us. But it's one of those yearly things that we get to do in the haunt industry, at least. That's just, you get to see everybody that you don't get to see very often, all the vendors and other haunts from
Which for some
all over the
people,
country.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just trying to get over why I look like Curly from the Three Stooges.
I swear I didn't edit this photo.
God.
Let's see the next one. Oh, there it is.
This is a hatchet job. What the hell, man? Next one. God.
This is Paul. This is
My wife did that to me.
this is evil Paul.
Now, the only thing with this is that was publicly posted years ago. I'll just say that on the grape.
Yeah.
God, really? Where's Vic's picture like this? Come on.
I considered
There goes dignity.
I considered using this as the promo
Man, I just
photo.
need you to pass out for 3 minutes now. You're a dead man.
Okay. Next photo, Sarah. Hey, there we go. Is that better?
That's better.
Is that a little more dignified for
That's
you?
There you
better.
go. Tim Robbins.
Yep.
I don't think I ever take a dignified picture, but that's more dignified.
So this is the picture of you guys out in California when you got to meet Tim Robbins. What was this for? Explain.
Hit it.
Yeah, so this is when we went out to just kind of introduce ourselves and connect. We went out with the Shawshank Wood Shop. So those are the other people out here with us and great friends and huge Shawshank components for making everything happen. And yeah, so that is, I think, 2016, I think is when that photo was.
Yeah.
So we've been in contact with Tim since, but we just wanted to introduce ourselves, and it was great. Had a great time.
Yeah, it was fun. It was,
I bet.
Really good time.
Yeah, the play was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was great.
Went to a play?
It was great.
Yeah, that's where it's the
The
actors
theater.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I
this
think
place.
it's the Shawshank 25th when you guys did that out here. That was a lot of fun. They did a thing at the Wren where Frank and a lot of the cast was up. I'm sorry, the Renaissance Theater, for people who don't know the Wren. The Renaissance Theater, it's a theater here in Mansfield. That was a lot of fun. I thought it was going to be boring, but like when I got there, I'm like, this is going to be lame, but it wasn't. It was actually really cool. And I had a good time. And then the next day when we came here and did the whole thing up in the central or the East Diagonal with all the cast members and doing the meet and greets and everything, man, that was a lot of fun. I had a good time doing that. Oh, look at that guy. More dignity.
That's better.
Yeah. Imagine that. Paul with a glass of wine.
Right? What are you saying?
Yeah.
I own a wine bar. Come on, man.
It's, Paul at the Happy
You're
Grape.
just jealous I own a bar.
I was just there Saturday. Remember? I was trying to get you to do
That's
karaoke.
like the first time in 10 years.
Yeah, I know. 2 years. That was, your bar is actually nice. Here's why. Paul's bar is nice because you can go in there and really not have to worry about getting hit in the back of the head with a pool cue or something. So there's that. And it's got amazing drinks.
Great caveat. 5-star review. Didn't get hit with a pool cue.
There you go.
Well, I think what was the funniest one? You remember Rock when he went down there? When
Yeah.
he was here
Escape
filming?
Plan.
Escape Plan. He said, what did he say? He says it
Ro-
looks like Roseanne Bar on the front. And
Like Kate Blanchett or something inside or something like that. Wasn't that? It was something like it. Was something like that.
it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And that's the review he posted on Google.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good review. You can ask for better than
Oh,
that.
it was so funny.
I feel like that
laughed so
needs
hard.
framed. That's iconic, you know.
Yeah.
That's Hollywood status right there.
All right. Next.
Oh,
Is that Paul
that's
again?
That's after COVID.
Oh, yeah. That's the News Journal. That's
Yeah,
again at the...
Yeah, I think the title they gave it was I had like, thank God we survived.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Okay.
Now let's drink.
Yeah, right?
All right, next. There we go. I've been waiting for that one.
Wow.
You know what? I love social
Man,
media.
just- can we say fuck you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck you.
Why? That's a good photo, dude.
Yeah.
Look at
That's
that.
why I go class reunions. They go, oh, you're Paul Smith. I'm like, nope, I'm the dude that ate Paul Smith. God.
How old were you in that photo, Paul?
17.
17.
That was 83, man. We had just come out of disco.
Let's see. In '83, I was probably 7 or 8. So there we go.
I won't tell
Wish I
you.
could go back and
You weren't even born.
No, not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could go back and whoop your ass. I could probably do it then. Can't now, but I could probably do it then.
Yeah, that Paul. You know what must have been great for you though
Here it
back
comes.
then.
Here it comes.
What? I'm just saying, back then, if that was you at 17, dude, you probably was able to get served. You look 24 at least, man.
I just went to church a lot.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
You just drink the wine there? Yeah.
No, I was a good kid. I didn't do none of that.
No. Yeah. Happy 420, by the way. All right. Okay. I think we're done with Paul's. What do we got next here? Anything? Is that the last one?
I think that's it.
Oh, that's it.
had
There
to
you
end
go.
that.
Okay. So we're finished. Save the best for last.
I'm bringing the Vic pictures next time.
We'll make a guest appearance on the next one so we can bring some Vic pictures.
There you go.
Lock you out and just start running that through me and Dan.
You know
will
what?
take
I don't
this
want to
over.
hear it because there's pictures of me.
Oh, I have some pictures of you from Hank.
Do you let's okay.
Yeah.
That was
No.
that was before I even knew you, so that don't matter.
No. I have I have good pictures.
Okay. Hank is
I think I'm the only one that's seen them.
Oh, I've seen him.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I did show you those.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked like how did you get that?
I have my ways and means.
Yeah. Well, just remember, buddy, right there.
Yeah, yours is worse.
Whatever, elf. That was good stuff. But yeah, that was the photos with Hank those were good times too. But let's
See, you hear that? Backing out of that.
He is, yeah.
yeah.
Real quick.
No, I don't care. I mean, really, it doesn't matter to me.
All right, great. We'll be a guest appearance in a month. We'll be back.
No, seriously though, but I want to thank you guys for coming in. Like I said,
Great.
a lot of people have, not a lot, but people always wonder about like the building itself, because I've told Dan many times where people ask me about how do I do a ghost hunt or how do I do a tour? Can I come out there and I'm like, you know what, you got to go to the website because it's really a totally different thing what we do compared to what you do. It's all just in the same building.
Yeah.
So and you get a great experience either way, or you come for the attraction or you come for just a guided tour or self-guided tour. I love working with you guys. This has been like one of the most memorable things I've ever done. So another reason I wanted to bring on is to say thank you guys for being so cool and letting us do this crazy shit that we do here in this haunt and even the podcast,
Dude, it's been a blast working with you. God, I mean, you keep it so interesting.
Well, that's what I try to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I tell people. I say, I go Halloween folk. I said they're theater folk gone wrong. I mean, it's great. The things that are in your mind and the things that you come up with. I mean, you just make this haunt. It's. I love your vision of it. It's like you're definitely you're outside the box in a different world.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. And there's, I mean, it's not just. I mean, you guys chime in, and I have a great team that throughout the years doing what I do has helped me become kind of what make this what it is. And it's not just me. It's like my boys underneath, Anthony, Greg, Carl, Brian Dembski was a big part. Even Scene Rogers, I mean, David Greathouse, all these guys that I've worked with for, so long.
Yeah, they're so talented too.
Yeah. It's just like, I'm like, this is what I want. This is what I want this to be. It's just, knowing the right people. And cause I'm not an artist in any way, but I know what I like. Just like, when we talk about the escape rooms, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad you said escape rooms. I was really worried about that sentence.
Why? What'd you think I was going to say?
Nothing.
Okay. All right.
I thought you were going to say escape rooms. Let's go with that.
That's what I said. So we're good.
But there you go. We got a lot of exciting stuff. You and I just created a brand new website for Blood Prison.
Absolutely.
It's coming out in a week and a half. It's really cool. That's got some cool things we featured. So, yeah, I mean, we're still on the ground floor, I think, of just all the stuff that this building has potential. Yeah. I mean, we're just getting started, truly.
Yeah.
Like all the time ticketing you guys did last year, that was amazing.
That was
Dude,
awesome.
was that a game changer?
That was a game changer.
That was a game changer.
For our guests more than anything else. I mean, it helped us, but wow, man, that figured it out. That was such a great idea.
Yeah. It was also good for the crew because when they're not back there, and that's what a lot of misconception is that they're it's not hard. It is hard. These guys really,
that's a lot of work.
They do a lot of work back there, not just like the crew, but the actors, everybody.
Yep.
They're back there for God knows how many hours, jumping out at people and getting punched and kicked and so that was helpful because I think the latest we went was like,
I mean, you treat them so bad.
Well, I got to keep them in line. But it cut down on those 3-4 a.m. nights, and I think even as a guest,
I think
you don't want to be in. Yeah, you don't want to be in line till then.
It's a better experience for the haunt because of how they get in and doing.
I don't ever want to go back to the old way. This is like the way to do it from here on out.
That's it. Shout out to Tickets.
What were we talking about this last summer? We were talking about you getting to that comfortable level. We were out there at the picnic table, and you're like, "Nope, this is what we're doing." Aaron both looking at me. Well, Vic said it.
This is just it's better for everybody. See, you guys just gotta learn to trust me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Dan, as soon as I said Ticket Spice, dude, we're checking it out. He was like, "That's the one. That's who we're going with."
That's it. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah. I learned from him.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
It worked good. It worked great.
All right, guys. Well, I know you're busy guys running this building, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. But thanks for coming in.
Yep, appreciate it.
And maybe another year or so down the road, who knows?
Yeah, we'll show some Vic pictures. We'll be ready.
That's
Vic
pictures.
Some Vic pics?
Vic pics.
Some Vic pics.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, thanks.